Hello everybody, this is Adrian for WapCar.my here to help you find your next perfect car. Welcome to Langkawi and welcome to the new 2022 Maserati Levante S. In Malaysia, the Levante S goes up against the likes of the Porsche Cayenne S and Range Rover Sport, but for 800,000 ringgit and you opt for tax and duty-free options, the Bentley Bentayga and Aston Martin DBX becomes available. Maserati Malaysia has invited us to come sample their fresh off-the-boat updated 2022 Levante S. Comes with updated front grille and revised tail lamp graphics, which, unless you are a die-hard Maserati connoisseur, you won't be able to tell the difference. The Levante is a sharp-looking car, instantly recognizable as a Maserati. It sits lower and longer than its main rivals, which gives it an impression of a wagon instead of a traditional boxy SUV, especially when the air suspension is at its lower setting. Malaysian spec cars are fitted with 21-inch alloys, red brake calipers and soft closing doors as standard, but the sky is the limit if you like your Levante exactly to your own taste. Over to the rear, the Levante S opens up to 580 litres of boot space, very spacious for all your family needs. Now, if something to notice is that if you're trying to look for the tailgate closing button on the tailgate itself, you won't be able to find it because that button is positioned right down here onto the sides for ease of access. Very nice touch. Close this up. Inside, you are surrounded with a very sporty ambience thanks to the carbon fiber inserts on the dashboard, the side door cards, as well as the extended shift pedals. It's very nice. Now, something to notice that on the analog clock position above the dashboard here, the second hand uses a sweeping motion. Now, this is something that I've not seen in a car, so that is quite unique to me. Now, personally, I am not a watch guy, so let me know in the comment section below whether is this good or no good. Love the new MIA touchscreen infotainment system, which stands for Maserati Intelligent Assistant. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and not only that, it's very sharp, very crisp and very responsive to use. The menus are all also laid out very intuitively. Love it. It is hooked up to a 17 1280 watt Bowers and Wilkins sound system, which sounds mega, absolutely spectacular on the road. What I don't quite like is the lack of flair on the instrument cluster. Now, the analog dials are quite nice, the fonts are quite nice, and the center screen, there's a LCD display. Now, my gripe with it is that the display doesn't do a lot of things, doesn't do a lot of pattern. You know, when you switch between the different drive modes, it doesn't light up in red. When you rev out the engine, it doesn't make a few colors or whatever. So it's just a little bit basic to me. Now, being an Italian car, of course you will have a few quirks here and there. So, for example, this ICE button, ICE, you know, you would typically think that it's meant for IC road driving, but no, it actually stands for, wait, let me think. Improve Controlled Efficiency, ICE, which stands for Eco Mode in every other car basically. So yeah, that is basically Eco Mode. Now, next up is that you notice that these are the shift pedals mounted on the column itself, not on the steering. And then when you touch on the back of the steering, there are a few buttons at the back. Now, it took me some time to figure it out. They are actually the media and audio controls. Why isn't it right here? I don't know, but yeah, some would say it's character. Seated into the back seats of the Levante S, I have the front seat adjusted to my usual driving position and I'm 175 cm tall. I have 2 tennis balls worth of knee room and about 1 tennis ball's worth of headroom. Now, this space in the knee room is a little bit disappointing because it has the longest wheelbase compared to a Porsche Cayenne. So yeah, expected it to free up a little bit more space. Amenities in here are plenty, no complaints. Independent climate control for the rear, center armrest with 2 cup holders, as well as a powered side sunshade. Right, driving the Levante, this one is the S variant, so it's powered by a 3-litre twin turbocharged V6 petrol engine, pushing out 430 horsepower and 580 Newton meters of torque. On paper, it claims 5.2 seconds to 0 to 100. But on the road, the driving experience is not intimidating. The powertrain is just very smooth, refined, gentle in normal mode. And if you're feeling it, you can just turn it up to sports and the car just wakes up. It just gets so much more eager. You're able to play with the pedals. Ooh. Yeah, this feels like a sports car power engine. A lot of people might not understand why would you spend so much for a Maserati. It's kind of odd brand in this market. This pure theater. Oh, no other V6s in the same category makes this much drama and flair. Certainly not AMGs, well, certainly not Porsches. Yeah, this is where your money is going. And the whole Maserati experience, just driving this around, every part of the cabin just makes you feel very special. Carbon fiber trims in here, the extended shift pedals, the column mounted one so it's fixed. But if you dial everything back down into normal mode, you put the transmission in automatic, it's a very sedated car. It's a very manageable car. Like I said, not intimidating to drive. Very easy, gentle. The only complaint, being an SUV, is that the ride is a little bit stiffer. You feel a lot more off the road. This is coupled by the fact that this variant of the Levante is running on 21-inch alloys. So yeah, definitely makes it a bit stiffer. The suspension, they are air suspension. Does very well in terms of all the sharp jolts and all that. It manages very well for an air suspension. But again, doesn't hide the fact that this is a 2-ton plus car, as well as running on large alloys. Just regular driving, the engine is just very muted, very quiet. Gear shifts are seamless, smooth, and you're in a proper luxury SUV. And even though it's wet, pouring outside, all-wheel drive system in this helps to keep the car planted, helps keep the car go anywhere, gives you the confidence in driving all-weather performance. But yeah, would you really take a Maserati off-road? I don't think so. But just generally, this is a very quiet, luxury, premium cabin that you will definitely enjoy in your everyday commute. So yeah, if you're looking for something with a little bit more theater, a little bit more special, sounds great. Yeah, I think the Levante should be right up your consideration list. If a Porsche Cayenne is too common and Range Rover Sport doesn't make sense to you, the Maserati Levante is a very interesting option. You are not compromising in performance, features, quality, appeal, and it makes a really, really good noise. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.